ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ ਸੂਬਾਈ ਅਤੇ ਖੇਤਰੀ ਪ੍ਰੀਮੀਅਰਾਂ ਨੇ ਫੈਡਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੀ ਕੌਂਸਲ ਦੀ 2022 ਦੀ ਮੀਟਿੰਗ ਦੀ ਸਮਾਪਤੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋਏ ਵਿਕਟੋਰੀਆ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਨਿਊਜ਼ ਕਾਨਫਰੰਸ ਕੀਤੀ। ਪ੍ਰੀਮੀਅਰ ਨੇ ਫੈਡਰਲ ਸਰਕਾਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸੂਬਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਿਹਤ ਤਬਦੀਲੀਆਂ ਦਾ ਭੁਗਤਾਨ 22% ਤੋਂ ਵਧਾ ਕੇ 35% ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਕਿਹਾ ਹੈ। ਪ੍ਰੀਮੀਅਰਾਂ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਕਿਫਾਇਤੀ ਮੁੱਦੇ ਅਤੇ ਕੋਵਿਡ ਮਹਾਮਾਰੀ ਤੋਂ ਆਰਥਿਕ ਰਿਕਵਰੀ ਵਿਸ਼ਿਆਂ ਤੇ ਵੀ ਚਰਚਾ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ। 2019 ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਇਹ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਵਾਰ ਸੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਪ੍ਰੀਮੀਅਰ ਵਿਅਕਤੀਗਤ ਤੌਰ ਤੇ ਮਿਲੇ ਨੇ।
You know, as Premier Horgan said, it's pretty disingenuous when you have the minister come out and say, you know, well, here are a few ideas, and by the way, hand it over to your ministers of health. It's just one request: come to the table. Come to the table. Start the discussions. We've been asking for this for years, all the way back to when I first got elected. So it's unacceptable, and we need to sit down and see the investments. Tell that to the patient in Ontario that's waiting for a hip replacement or a knee replacement, or as simple as cataracts, or the backlog surgeries that we face every single day right across this great country, from coast to coast to coast. You know, that's what we need to talk about. You know, people don't care where the money's coming from. They want action. They don't want to see a backlog of surgeries, which majority of us are facing. Come to the table. We'll meet you anywhere, anytime. All 13 of us will put our schedules aside to sit down and start the discussions. But to sit back and communicate through the media, it's really insulting to all the people of Canada and insulting to 13 premiers.
It has been an invigorating time when you have 13 Canadians coming from different perspectives, different places, all with a common goal, and that is to lift up the citizens in their communities, to ensure that Canadians can have the best possible outcomes during the very challenging times we've all been through. During the COVID-19 pandemic, this group, the Council of the Federation, met over 40 times as premiers to discuss the challenges we were facing in our communities as a result of a global pandemic. Throughout that time, we met with the federal government 36 times, and the collaboration and cooperation was, quite frankly, unprecedented in our history, and the outcomes for Canadians were also unprecedented. Although we were facing the same challenges that other communities were around the world, outcomes for Canadians were better because we were working together, using our public health care system to protect and preserve the well-being of our citizens. But now that we're coming out of the pandemic and looking forward, we see more challenges: climate change, rising cost of living and affordability issues with respect to inflation, as well as a number of other concerns that we discussed over the past 2 days. Although Monsieur Legault and I have been regularly briefing you on our discussions with respect to healthcare and outcomes for Canadians and how we need to invigorate and revitalize our public healthcare system by focusing on a new reimagining of how we can meet the needs and expectations of our communities, we also spoke about the challenges of strengthening our supply chains, bolstering our labor market, addressing climate change, of course, enhancing our energy security and food security, as well as struggling with the challenges of mental health and addictions in communities across the land.